Hi, I'm Juan Pablo Urcad. I'm a professor in the Computer Science Department at the University of Iowa and the principal investigator for the Story Carnival project. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3Cs approach to technologies for children, which involves supporting creativity, communication, and a connection with the social and the physical space around children. So what is the context for this approach? Well, it all starts in the late 2000s when there's a big shift in how children interact with computer technologies. Up until then, most interactions of young children, so I'm talking about preschool kids, with technologies pretty much require the use of a mouse and or keyboard, and that was a big barrier for a lot of kids. So pretty much they didn't use technologies for very long in one sitting because it was kind of difficult for them to use them. However, with the appearance of the iPhone, the iPad, and then other smartphones and tablets that had very well designed user interfaces for touchscreens, those barriers disappeared. So now you can even see online videos of frogs playing games on smartphones, and so of course children can make use of these devices from the time they're very young. Now the challenge is that this expansion in broadening the use of computing to children has come with some significant challenges, and I guess it's in part because it happens so quickly. So some of the things that we're seeing right now is very high levels of ownership for young children of these kinds of devices in the United States, at least, combined with uses that really are concerning in terms of loss of privacy. So there's a lot of issues with a lot of data, personal data even, being collected by a lot of apps that kids are using. And to some degree, a loss of control from parents too, and other responsible adults, but even the kids themselves as to what kinds of uses they're making of technology and whether those are the uses that would be most beneficial for them. So why are we seeing these challenges? I think one of the key reasons is that some of the leading business models that we see these days in computer technology are based on collecting as much data as possible about people, including kids, and then using this data to target advertising, but also sometimes sell it, just sell the data to whoever will pay for it. And some of the incentives that this business model provides to the companies making technologies is to keep users, whether they're children or adults, engaged for as long as possible in the technology, and that can lead to design of technologies that are addictive on purpose. So the business model is further, right? And also technologies that will not respect children's privacy. This is in addition to other aspects that the specific use of touchscreen-oriented technologies have brought about, in particular with social isolation and the like. So what we propose with the 3Cs approach to technologies is something different that is in contrast to much of the use of technologies that we see with children today. So instead of social isolation, our 3Cs technologies want to promote communication with adults and other children. Instead of having the primary focus of activities with computing be on the computing device, of kind of children being absorbed by the screen, instead we want children to participate in activities that involve technology, but have those activities connect them with the social and physical environment around them. Not even somebody far away, but literally with the other kids or other adults that are around them, and with physical items around them that do not involve electronics. Another contrast is that now there's a lot of use of technology by children that involves experiencing media. So just information is coming in, and instead what we propose with the 3Cs approach is that children participate in creative activities inspired by media. So we think it's good to still to use media to inspire kids, but have it used as a inspiration for creative play. Likewise, I would say with common use of technology these days by young kids, there's an emphasis on activities that are structured by the technology, whereas with the 3Cs approach, we want technology to facilitate adults and children planning their own activities. So technology is just a little support to help adults and kids plan their own creative activities. We also want to, with a 3Cs approach, have more personalization as opposed to having the same experience for everyone. And we want to emphasize delayed gratification as opposed to instant gratification. So basically go through that planning and negotiation and setting up a play environment so then you can really enjoy really fun play as opposed to just having constant instant gratification all around. And finally, I would say that with a lot of current technologies, there's an emphasis on using children's interests to maintain them engaged with the technology, to keep them hooked to the technology. And with a 3Cs approach, what we would like to do more is immerse children in their interests to arrive at powerful ideas or to gain very useful skills. So in the next video, we're going to provide an example of a technology that we have been developing that is a 3Cs technology, and you'll see how it's very different from most of the technologies that children use these days. And it's a technology called Story Carnival, and we'll let you know more about it in the next video.